In every home, a story lingers, echoing through the walls, whispering tales of the past. These stories, woven from memories, joys, and sorrows, often leave imprints that transcend time. But what if these imprints are more than just echoes of the past? What if they are the restless spirits of those who once lived here, bound by unseen chains to the very foundations of these houses? In the quiet, unassuming town of Klein, Texas, there lies a farm with a history as rich as its soil. Wunderlich Farms, a place where the past and present intertwine, where every creak of the barn, every flicker of the lantern, and every chill in the air speaks of an unseen presence. These spirits, bound by their ties to the land, reveal themselves in fleeting glimpses and eerie sensations. Tonight, we seek to understand why some spirits find peace while others remain, forever haunting the places they once called home.
In the 1840s, there was a mass migration of German immigrants into Texas in general. Land was expensive, there was a lot of civil wars going on, couldn't feed their families. This property was bought in 1854 by the Wunderlich family when they first came over here from the 𝗪𝗏 family. So this was 8 acres now of what used to be 120 acres. The house that's behind us was originally built on site in 1891 by Mr. Wunderlich's child, Peter, and it still stands today. And so now the school district that we work for, Klein ISD, has turned all of this 8 acres into a living history museum to not just tell the story of how Klein was founded, but the way of life between about 1850 to 1950 in rural Texas and Klein in general. So all the houses on the museum grounds are original to the families, and we always say the best way to learn history is to kind of step into it and become part of that story. And when families can really kind of see what the ancestors would have felt like, they kind of appreciate it a little bit more. So they had 6 boys, 6 girls. Only 3 girls made it past the age of 3. I know Caroline and Rosie passed away, not sure from what. It probably was some fever. Yellow fever was prominent at the time, so that definitely could have been it. In 1911, a rat fell into the well water that they were not aware of, and it decomposed and it poisoned their well water. They got typhoid from it. Mom got it while she was pregnant with her 12th child, passed it on to the child. And so when the child was born, the baby died, Rosina, died 2 days after she was born. Mom passed away a week later, and then the 18-year-old son, Philip, passed away.
No, it's, when we do our tours, lately I represent Peter Wunderlich, the person who built the house. And so I like going in there, but there's just something about the house that to me just is kind of offsetting. Even in the daytime when I go in, sometimes I've got that feeling that somebody's watching me, and I always want to turn around and look over my shoulder.
We definitely had some hair tugs or hair pulls going on in there. We have sensors going off at random times. We have put digital recorders in there and locked up the house and left. And you had definite footsteps, you had definite bangs on the walls, but more than anything else, you had a doorknob turning at the end. You hear, and I know for a fact nobody's in there.
There are times when I've gone in at night to turn off, we leave ghost hunting equipment going on, and I go in there and turn it off, and I get goosebumps all over. It's like I can't get out of the house fast enough. But I mean, it's nothing ever evil or anything like that. It just kind of gives me the willies.
And there's not a night that we've done something out here where we haven't had solid confirmation. Whether it's a REM pod going off, K2 meters going off on different people, SLS camera, evidence. You may not believe in ghosts, and I'm not going to tell you that they're real or not real, but I'm going to show you just enough evidence to make you go, I don't know how that happened. And then I'll let you make your decision from here.
Have you ever been to a haunted farm?
No, I've never been to a farm, period. Neither has Holly. This will be our first ghost hunting adventure together.
You know how much I love animals.
Me too. This is gonna be so much fun.
Do you think Holly's gonna have fun?
I hope so. She kind of freaks out around other animals, but you know, it's gonna be a long night and I didn't want her peeing in my house.
Well, this will be fun. This will be fun. Oh gosh, look, I think I see Angela. Is that her?
Hey! Hi!
You look adorable.
Oh, so cute!
You look darling, like always.
You guys matching in pink. It's so cute.
You look good. So who do you have here with us?
This is Holly. Say
Hi, Holly. Are you here for ghost hunting?
Yeah, look at her. She's like,
She's
maybe
like,
not.
maybe not. This is unusual, but maybe.
Well, let's go look around.
A miniature and a...
Is it a miniature?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I thought it was a baby.
Oh, no.
It's a miniature.
Miniature or a small pony.
What do you think, Holly?
Aw. You think they're going to help us find ghosts?
What does Holly think?
I don't know. She's never seen a
Horse.
horse.
Oh my God. It's her first horse adventure.
Yeah,
Look at her. She's...
She's
I'm
meant to be for the
so
farm.
curious about it.
So-
You know what? We want a farm. We do want a farm.
Really?
Yeah.
So I've got some news for y'all.
Wow.
So we have a new girl.
No.
Yes. So she's been involved with the paranormal for years and years and years and years, and her name is 𝗚𝗃. So she's super excited, and you've already met her.
No.
Y'all met her at the launch party.
Oh, I remember her. Yeah.
Oh, on stage. Yes, we talked to her. She's
Yeah.
really pretty. Yes, yes.
She was the one where y'all said you have to put her on the show.
Yeah.
And so I met her, talked with her, and she is totally set and ready to join us.
So when is she going to join?
Today.
No.
Yes,
Where-
today.
Today.
Yes,
She's
today.
coming today.
Yeah, so she's coming today.
Awesome.
There she is.
Oh! Yay! Welcome, welcome to our group.
Yes, welcome.
It's nice to see you again.
Yes.
Hi, girls. I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited to see everyone again.
This is so exciting.
We're excited to have
Welcome.
Thank you.
And so I told y'all she's a country girl, so she's used to all the animals here. So what
I
better?
love that we're on a farm.
Yes.
I feel so cool.
A haunted farm.
A
But
haunted farm.
it just it brings like good
Yeah,
energy.
like
Yeah.
I feel very like good. It's not. This doesn't feel like a scary.
Right.
place.
Yeah, that's what. Yes, it's like happy vibes.
Yeah, it's happy.
Yes, definitely.
And I hope you ladies have practiced on your German because a lot of these ghosts speak German.
I barely speak English.
Well, I can translate.
I speak English and Spanish.
There we go.
So I hope you're all ready.
Very exciting. I'm very
I'm
ready.
excited.
Want to go and pet the horses? Yes.
Right, ride the horses.
Yeah.
Good to
All right, so let's get going.
Okay.
Come here, buddy. There you are. Yes. Good scratch on the horns.
Hey.
Hello, how's it going? You too.
Stephen, these are the Ghost Hunting Beauties.
Hi, nice to meet
Pleasure.
you.
Nice to meet you.
Always a pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
We have an official.
Sorry.
She's getting acquainted with the goats.
Well, the goats love to play with little puppies.
She pulls so hard. I've never known what to expect.
Right.
Well, she's like, what are these with the horns?
She has. It's her
Oh, look
first
how
goat
intrigued he
experience.
is with her.
So this is their first haunted farm experience. So tell us all about this farm.
Well, this farm, the grounds initially were bought back in 1854 by the Wunderlich family. So we're sitting on 8 acres of that original homestead. Lots of death happened at that time period. So whether it was newborn babies or dying from childbirth or having tetanus or typhoid coming through from bad tainted water, lots of children passed away, even some of the adults from heart attacks in all of these houses. And so I think a lot of those spirits still reside in these houses, and that keeps them pretty active most nights.
What do they generally do to let you know they're here?
Doors are opening, curtains part sometimes when we're looking. Matter of fact, just the other day we had an Eagle Scout working on a project over here, and a mother was sitting here and the curtains to that house parted. We hear footsteps around. We've had EVP audio recordings of voices. We've had one where we have a man and woman talking in another room when nobody's in the house. So we've gone back and played those recordings back. So those are some of the things. We've had lanterns blow out, we've had lights turned on, we've had motion sensors go off in the houses. I'm absolutely convinced that within this property, they go between each other's houses all the time.
So I think we should start with the front building, since you said that's when the activity started kicking up.
Yeah, especially in this general area, it did. We can always start in that house and see what is there.
That sounds good. Y'all ready?
Yes.
I think we should call SPI and have them meet us here, but let's go check it out first.
I'm excited. Let's go.
Watch the line. Limbo. Limbo. Oh, wow.
He did add on 2 other times to this house, but all the flooring on the inside is original. Most of the outside wood is still original.
This is original? It's in fabulous condition.
Leave the dog outside?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Yep. So this room used to be the kitchen before he converted it into the dining room. And Phil, come on, have a seat over here, and we can continue our story of the Frank house.
So tell me more about this room here.
And so up here behind us is a full family line. So 14 children were born and raised in this house.
Wow.
And that's exactly why the table is set this way. So it's a reminiscent of what it would have been like to come and have a family dinner. And I think that's even on the paranormal side, that's what we still have. We have had the term Gus come in this room a couple of times through spirit boxes and different means. So we do think that they still reside and they still are living that life. For a long time, this house sat decrepit. We have photos here on the table of what it used to look like. And so I think now they are excited because it's back to the glory, or at least the shape it was in when they lived in the house.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. I figured that this would be the best place to start with. So that's why I figured that when SPI gets here, that this would be the room to start with, because it'd probably be more active since they're used to gathering and it's set up like it used to be. So I think that's pretty cool. I mean, when the sun goes down, SPI comes around. So I know cheesy stuff. I think that's that.
Oh, they heard you,
Just
Angela.
in time. See, cheesy pays off sometimes.
How's it going?
Welcome.
Hello, ladies.
We picked the most haunted room, maybe.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. I think this would be really active, especially this is where the family gathered, and I think that it's all set up and recreated perfectly. I feel like it's going to be almost like an old-time seance with all of us gathered here.
I can certainly light the oil lamps for you, and you can go buy oil lamp if you so desire.
I think that's what we should do next. We'll get everything set up, all the equipment, and I'm so glad you guys made it. I'm thinking I say we start with the leader of the spookiest people possible. We start with Amy.
Is 𝗚𝗵𝗲 here with us? If you're here, can you interact with one of these devices?
Oh. Welcoming. Wow. That is a yes. I think that's a huge yes.
Come on, Nat. One of your flashlights.
I saw
One of my blue flashlight just went out.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Will you please turn the blue flashlight back on and let us know that you're here and that you would like to speak to us and perhaps answer a few questions so we can see who you are? We'll give you a moment.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
What does that mean?
Do you speak German?
You speak German?
This should be good.
I mean, ich bin nein.
I mean, I don't know, like, what it's
She seems to like that.
In the first house, we all sat down at the dining room table. We set up all the equipment, and it was pretty active. Just, the REM pod went off, and then the musical instrument, that was just very active. I mean, someone continuously was playing it. And so there was activity, but it felt like good vibes.
It's so sporadic though. It's almost like a kid playing.
Yeah.
There's like, oh, you know, there's kids here for sure.
What if you try to stop that? I mean, I'm not going to, but what if you try to stop that?
I think there's more than one here. That'd probably be a good question to ask. What do you think, Michelle?
If there's more than one of you here, can you interact with another device?
Like, not the music box, something else.
Right. Make one of the cat balls light up?
Use a cat ball? No?
Yeah, we have a reoccurring theme about playing with balls. We don't mind if you do that.
What about the REM pod? You want to play with that?
They're like we did earlier, you turned it off.
Right, you stopped us.
They just like that one. I've never seen you do that, ever.
No.
Ever.
That's really neat though. I like how it goes off. And
Red flashlight. Red flashlight.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so they took a break to do that. The flashlight. Okay,
Still on though,
Thank
right?
you for the flashlight.
Yeah, it flickered.
All the gadgets were going. We're like, whoa, you know, it's like, is this interference? Is this actually them talking to us? So, you know, we fiddled with all this stuff to make sure it was legit and, you know, try to debunk anything.
I don't want to turn off because then what if they get mad at me?
Right.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Can you just stop
I can.
It's okay, Issa. If they get mad, they'll just follow you home.
No. They keep doing that. They keep doing that.
Just stop it.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it right now. Just hold on. I'll turn it on a little bit. Okay.
Let's see if you can play with something else.
Okay, can you play with something else?
And my music box was going off like crazy. I've never seen my music box ever go off like that.
Is your 𝗵𝗲 on?
Yes. Can you say something to the 𝗵𝗲? It's right here.
I got K2 activity.
K2 on this side too.
You can say something and the words will come out on the 𝗵𝗲.
What did it say before? Chills?
It'll speak it, but
Oh. Is that from something earlier or?
that was here.
It says chills, slain, and what's the last one?
Got.
Wait.
What?
Got.
It's.
Oh my god, is that German?
That's German.
Is that German?
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm sure.
Got it.
I
Got
think,
it.
I think
Got
it's trying to
it.
use whatever it can through there to come.
Can I turn
through
this
with-
back on? I'm just curious if they're gonna.
Okay. You can turn on.
Let me try it again.
What triggers that thing?
Back off.
Oh,
Back off.
Oh, Ginny!
Back on?
She was playing with her toy and she said no now.
Said back off.
Back off. Do you want us to turn that back off?
Okay, I'll turn it back off.
I think she's telling Ginny to stop playing with her toys.
I don't know.
Okay.
Guten Tag.
Other side.
Other
What?
side.
Other side? What does that mean? You're on the other side.
That's true. She knows I'm talking to her, I'm sure. I don't have my sheet to like go through and say my name is. Oh, I can say it. I can say it in English. It's Angela. We can all introduce ourselves. All right, we'll start from this side. We'll work our way around. And I'm Angela.
I'm Amy.
I hurt my foot.
What?
Oh, what happened to your foot? You okay? I'm Angela.
I'm Amy.
I hurt my foot.
What?
Oh, what happened to your foot? You okay?
Yeah.
How did you hurt your foot?
It's okay. It's okay. You can tell us.
Suddenly, when we were in the middle of introductions, that suddenly it hits. We start with Amy, and then boom, Lynette is not herself. She is someone totally different. And the second she said, "My foot hurts," I knew who she was.
Yeah, it was an accident.
You had an accident?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Were you playing?
One of his children, the youngest one at the time, little Heinrich George, was slipping around on sheets of paper one day. It was raining outside. He was bored. And so pretending he was ice skating, and he got a large splinter in his foot, 1903, and he got tetanus, got lockjaw, and he passed away from that.
Were you playing in your room?
This is in my house.
It's in your house? Yeah. That's a good place to play. I'm sorry you hurt your foot. I'm glad you're here with us. Can you tell us your name? You know? You don't want to share? That's okay. You don't have to.
This was a first for me, but Lynette started channeling, which kind of took me off guard, and I was a little scared at first, just, for her safety. But whatever had entered her, it seemed like a little boy, and it was a good spirit.
Are your mom and dad here with you?
Sometimes. Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Flashlight.
Is there anything you want to share with us today? No? Just coming to visit? Okay, well, we're glad you're here visiting with us.
Do you like to play hide and seek? Do you play that game with me a lot?
It's okay.
You're okay.
Aren't we friends?
You're doing okay. You don't have to be afraid of us. We're just here to talk to you and be your friend and play with you if you want to play.
You like the music, don't you?
What was that?
Window.
Window. Probably watching.
Oh.
Sorry. Anastasia's like, no.
Is it okay if we come talk to you in your house in a little bit?
I think it's window because he was looking through the window at me.
Yeah.
Your house is that way, yeah.
Were you looking through the window at me before?
That's cool.
You could see it. You could see Lynette had changed, and it was one of the first times I had fully seen channeling from this side. I mean, fully had experienced that.
Can you let us talk to Lynette again now, and we'll come visit you in a little while? Thank you.
If there's more than one spirit in here, can we interact with more than one device so that we know how many's here?
Red light went out at some point there too.
Oh, interesting. Oh, thank you.
Oh, there you go.
Appreciate that. We're glad to hear that there's lots of you here. Thank you for welcoming all of us into your home. We're going to keep exploring here very shortly. We just wanted to kind of start off sitting here with conversation, like a family, getting together, getting to know you. Is there anything you'd like to share with us through? You've got, Stephen has his app, and we have the 𝗵𝗵𝗄𝗧 and any of the other devices here you can use. And Anastasia dying.
Yeah. I'll be joining y'all soon.
Don't turn this on.
Do you want to turn it back on and see if he wants to use that again?
What's his name?
Heinrich.
He's still here, Heinrich?
Yeah, Heinrich wants to play.
I don't think Heinrich's fully vacated yet. Henry?
Don't die on us.
I know.
It's an instinct to help us.
I didn't think about the animals and stuff.
We need you to let Lynette go. We'll come back and visit you. We're going to come talk to you in a little while, but we need you to let Lynette be Lynette for right now. Can you do that for us?
Thank you, Heinrich.
And we've got toys. We'll bring the toys to you. Didn't expect so much activity. Like I said,
I'm wanting to let go.
He's not.
I'm watching facial expressions.
If you let her go, we'll play later. The toys will come over. Maybe even hide and seek. I'm the best hider though. I'm a good hider. You have to come find me.
You're so tiny you can fit anywhere.
Yeah, see? We're both tiny. We can fit in the small spaces.
Heinrich. Auf Wiedersehen. Heinrich, George.
It's okay, we promised to come.
Is your father at your house with you? Is Adolf there?
Sometimes.
I think Heinrich's afraid of his dad. Because once I brought Dad up, he relinquished. And when I called him by his name, he wouldn't look at me.
You know him, yeah.
I didn't want to push it, but
Well, I think honestly this has been a really good session, and I think we're going to give Lynette a little break.
And I think that's a good
idea. And then I think we'll move on to the next place and get set up and let her take a breather. Thank you, Lynette, for allowing that to happen.
Okay, shut this off now.
I know it drains you, but thank you.
that was unexpected.
Yep, I didn't expect that. Well, she saw it coming and tried to prep me, and then I was watching, and I was like, oh.
We went into the house where we all were at the table, and we walked in and we were listening to the stories. Stephen was talking about the stories, and I remember looking at the picture on the wall and feeling bad about the little boy. And then, I don't know, I guess you could say I started like seeing things play through my head, like maybe what happened, but I wasn't doing it. It was just kind of happening. And then I just kind of felt like a connection, and I felt really, really bad for the little boy, and I felt like I was gonna cry. It's almost like someone else is looking out through your eyes along with you. Sometimes you can feel them in like part. Sometimes they're just there. Tonight it was very all-consuming. It was kind of hard to differentiate like where I was and where they were. It was more all-consuming. It was interesting. I felt like the little boy wanted to talk to us. He wanted to play, and I felt like he was sad that we left his house so quickly. I felt like he got attached to us and he followed us, and he just kind of wanted to let us know the story and just kind of be noticed, and he liked us. So it was a bit of a surprise that he came through like that. I wasn't expecting that, because sometimes if I channel, it's quiet and it's not always, I can keep it, but he really wanted to talk.
As the night progressed, we had more of the unexpected than we could imagine. As we began to notice Anastasia grew ill as her coughing progressed to an unbearable level. Whatever lurked in the darkness began to take her over, and she had to leave.
Ta-da!
Sorry. Hey, I'm like really struggling. We may have to do this soon, and I may have to head out for real.
Okay. Are you okay?
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah. Not really.
Oh.
I'm actually like really struggling to breathe in.
Well, yeah, I mean, your health is more important than anything. So, let me know.
But the darkness wasn't through with us yet. Even SPI's leader, Amy, began to be taken over as she became violently ill as well. We knew we had our work cut out for us, but with 2 members down, we were still determined to find out what message these ghostly settlers had for us. It was time for the teams to split up so we could get the answers we were after. With children wandering about, perhaps Lynette and Jenny could find something in the old schoolhouse. As promised, Issa, Michelle, and I were ready to visit with Heinrich once again in his home.
And put the flashlights here, so if anything goes off, it is not paranormal, it is me. I will turn 2 lights on and keep 1 light off. There we go. Okay. And then this is Lynette and Jenny, and we're in the old schoolhouse. We are trying to communicate with whatever spirits might be in here tonight. We just want to ask you some questions, find out who you are, why you're here. You can communicate with us by using any of the devices here. There's some cat balls and 3 flashlights, and none of these devices or equipment will hurt you. There is a K2 and a REM pod. And some sounds, some pretty lights. That's about all that's gonna happen. There's Boo Bear on the side, and then a little haunted doll I brought from my house, and of course some balloons. So if there's anyone here who would like to speak with us, if you would either turn the flashlights off or interact with any of the other equipment, we'll start to ask you a few questions, some yes and no questions.
All systems are on. Well, okay. Okay, I think it just does that. Does it just does
Just
do
to
that?
start.
Maybe.
Okay, no one move. Let's see.
Oh wait, that doesn't do that when you start it. Okay. So
Look
that's
at my
already-
K2's going crazy.
It only does that when I turn it on and I'm touching it. Like it doesn't do that like that. This is already going off.
Can you step back from the REM pod for us so we can ask you some questions? We promised we'd come play. Club?
It said club dwindle. Club dwindle.
Thank you.
Arrived. What did it say? Here?
They say good. Good? Is good?
Doctor.
I heard that. So quiet in here.
I know, I could feel like I could fall asleep in here and sleep just fine.
If anyone is in here, can you please let us know?
It seems like somebody's in the back dark corner, but they'll come forward.
Do you just sense something over there?
Yeah. Usually kids love the flashlights and the cat balls.
We have a doll, we have a bear, balloon, ball.
I had been in there earlier just to try to scope it out, and it seemed light. It really seemed light. And tonight when we went back, it seemed light as well. I felt like there were children in there, and they felt like they were around the periphery inside the school, but that they didn't really want to talk. Okay, what about like literature and reading? I always like reading.
See, you liked reading?
Mhm.
I was a math science
That's
whiz,
awesome.
But
I like science too.
When it came to spelling or no, English, nothing.
Not your thing?
No.
I like old dry literature, so.
Do you remember us from earlier? We tried to introduce ourselves, but that took a left turn.
Yeah, it sure did.
So I'm Angela.
I'm Michelle.
I'm 𝗬𝗲. Nice to meet you again.
We told you we'd come play, so we kept our promise.
We're here. And we brought toys.
Look,
See
I
that?
told you. See, we got double the Boo Bear.
Yep. We have
And like the REM pod's going on.
so many things we can interact with.
K2's going crazy. Can you tell us your name so we can make sure we know who we're talking to?
And we set up not only the music box and the REM pod and the cat balls, but also our Boo Bears. And he absolutely loved those. As soon as we turned everything on, before we even got the cameras rolling, he was already playing with everything, which made us really happy about that.
I had the phrase written down in German to ask you what your name is, and of course I don't know where that's at. Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
What does that mean?
I'm gonna ask them if they speak German.
Oh. They said yes.
There we go.
Confirmation.
Sprechen Sie English? I'm sure they speak both. Did he say no?
No.
So he said no?
No.
Touch screen when ready. Calibrating. This is affecting, I think, the K2, so. Calibrate, right? Do we want me to set it on the floor then? Yeah. Okay. Is it ready? It's thinking.
Midnight. Well, it is midnight.
It is around midnight, actually, yeah. You're right on with that one.
Key. Intention.
Are there any teachers here?
Answer.
If anyone is here, can you please let us know in some way?
Place. We kept asking questions, and it was at least 5 to 10 minutes and no activity whatsoever. And in my mind, I just said, okay, nothing's gonna happen.
Will you turn off one of the lights or nudge one of the cat balls? I'm gonna touch one. These are really fun. Look at that. Okay, well. I think I might need some new cat balls.
I really like the REM pod.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen this much activity on a REM pod?
Yes. There's been so bad where I'm like, okay, I had to be like the mean parent,
Oh.
take it away from
Right.
them, because I'm like, okay, I'm tired of listening to it.
Right.
Use something else.
There's so much happening.
I know.
You're lost.
I don't know. That's what I was thinking. Lust. Look, it ain't that kind of party.
I know. Hold on. Who came into the party? Because
I'm
we were talking to him. And
I'm gonna take this kitchen. I'm gonna kind of move him over here because
There we go.
it's gonna kind of feel like maybe those two things are feeding off each other,
Maybe.
just in case. But it's still going crazy.
I was gonna say, it's
so
still going off.
yeah.
The Boo Bear.
Sorry, I didn't mean to move your toy.
Yeah, that one now is like what's happening.
Oh, the Boo Bear. The Boo
Oh,
Bear.
the
Boo Bear.
Yay!
Yay! Thank you for playing with the Boo Bear.
But at least they were communicating, like it had to have been Heinrich. We promised him we would come play with him. And even in this life or the afterlife, if you're gonna make a promise, you need to keep it. And I'm all about keeping my promises. So we kept our promise to come play with him. He got to play with the Boo Bear, and he got to play with the REM pod. He got to play with the K2. I mean, everything was going off.
Yeah, that side just feels heavier.
It seems like they don't want to come interact at all.
No.
Red.
A little quiet.
Fear.
It feels like it just got weird in here. Right? Like something changed. It feels like it just got weird in here. Right? Like something changed. And now I've got like goosebumps.
Really?
Yeah.
So you feel like someone's just came in?
Yeah, like somebody stepped in from the back. And now I've got those weird like non-cold type of goosebumps I get. Felt like someone came in across from us on the back door and the whole vibe changed. Felt like someone was standing there and they were more menacing, and they didn't seem too happy that we were there maybe finding things out.
So I heard you hurt your foot, and I had some questions about that, but we have to be able to ask you, and then you use the device if that's okay.
What theme? What? Something? What something?
What something?
Who is that?
Well.
Who is that? I don't know. Who is that?
Who is it? Who's?
That's what we're wondering.
Yeah.
We want to know if this is Heinrich.
Yeah. Is this Heinrich?
Is this Heinrich?
Heinrich, if it's you, play with the music box so you can let us know you're here.
Just say yes.
I think so.
Someone walking around.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Who's walking around?
There's
or
some,
he? Who is? Well, I think he. I don't know.
Somebody
there's
is.
some footsteps.
So we were actually in the room where he got the splinter, and a lot of activity in there.
Who just came in the door? Who are you?
Man.
Did a man just come through the door?
An unhappy man.
Side.
Why did you just come in here? Is there something you want to tell us? You can interact with the devices. If you just came in here, there must be something that you wanted to say, or there's a purpose for your visit, right? Come forward.
I was sitting in front of the chalkboard, so my back was facing, well, my back was to the the door to walk into the schoolhouse. And I was a little uneasy there as well. I mean, I didn't feel like fearful for my life, but I was just like, okay, something's gonna come behind me. I could even tell in Lynette's face.
They seem interested in what we're talking about.
Interest.
So
Inspect.
said interest. Maybe something happened with one of the children or one of the parents here or something.
Can you turn the flashlight off just to let us know that you're here? Or do something to let us know that you're in here. In the beginning, yes.
I'm sorry, all of a sudden I feel like I can't breathe. I feel like somebody's choking me. Sorry about that. And then at the very end, I felt like, not like I was antagonizing, I would never do that, but I felt like I was kind of pushing a little bit, like, hey, why are you here? Did you do something you felt bad about? Blah, blah, blah. I didn't feel bad about it, but then at the end, I felt like I was being choked. But I did feel like, all of a sudden, like suddenly as we were closing, and I'm like, oh, I hope I didn't push too hard and upset somebody. Or, you know, you don't want to assume. It could be somebody demonstrating the way they died. You never know. It could have been, but I definitely felt like I had something around the throat. So that was a surprise. I wasn't expecting that at the end.
Something was a little off. And at that point, she said that she just felt uncomfortable and she was gasping as well, which I thought it was kind of odd because Anastasia, Lynette, and then Amy got sick as well.
We're here to play with Henry's dogs. They wouldn't have been Catholic, they would have been Lutheran, I think. Henry asked us to come here. He wanted us to come here to play with him. So we are not done. Because we're going to still play with him. 𝗪𝗂𝗵𝗵𝗨. So if you want to go home with somebody, not me. I ain't the one. Ain't the one. Not tonight, I'm done. You're the one that's the things you're in. What? Can you step back from that for me? Thank you, I appreciate you. Can you try the music box? That's the one you liked earlier. Turned. You want to take your turn? Okay. Probably they'll all take their turn. Did he say run? Oh, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. I don't like when they say shit like leave, run, get out. That's the thing, the phrases I don't like. Why do you want, well, or you die? That was clear. Hold on. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap up. Thank you for coming to play with the bear. You see, it's done. That's done, Lily. Yep. 𝗷𝗵𝗲𝗂𝘁𝗵𝗵. 𝗷𝗵𝗲𝗂𝘁𝗵𝗵. Hope I said it right. Yeah, that. Ditto. You did it right. Wow. 𝗷𝗵𝗲𝗂𝘁𝗵𝗵. Now that's a totally different language. That's, yeah, I can't understand any of that. All right. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you. Thank you for playing with us and being here. Thank you.
Heinrich, which actually we feel more spirits came through when we were doing that session, and because it took a turn.
I feel like somebody else was in there with us who wasn't quite as happy with us being here. They did tell us to leave a couple times and that we're not supposed to be here.
And then we knew that something else came through when we stopped hearing all the devices going off, or especially the REM pod, because that was his favorite at the time. And it's like it went silent.
And gave off that vibe where, you know, just felt like, I believe it was a male, it was a man, didn't want us to be here, and possibly maybe his father.
When you walk in here, you've got bedding that's from back in the day. You've got everything set up the way it would be set up if they were here. And I think that's why Wunderlich Farm is so very haunted, because that family feels comfortable here and they feel like they can be their authentic selves, even in the afterlife.
It's typical, you know, sometimes we get the ones that like us here and then some that don't want us to be here, so it happens.
As we conclude our exploration of Wunderlich Farm, we find ourselves standing at the crossroads of history and the unknown. This place, steeped in the whispers of the past, reminds us that history is more than just recorded events. It's a living, breathing entity, woven with the emotions and energies of those who came before us. Here, amidst the relics of past eras, we encountered more than just paranormal manifestations. We felt the enduring presence of lives once lived, of dreams and struggles, joys and sorrows. The spirits that dwell here are not mere echoes. They are a testament to the enduring human spirit, bound by love and longing, duty and devotion. This farm, like so many haunted places, challenges us to confront our own beliefs about life, death, and what lies beyond. It urges us to consider the possibility that the past is not gone, but continues to coexist with the present, influencing and shaping it in ways we may not fully understand. As we leave Wunderlich Farm tonight, let us carry with us a deeper respect for the mysteries that surround us. Let us embrace the unknown with open hearts and minds, recognizing that in every shadow there lies a story waiting to be told. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Until next time, remember, the past is never truly dead. It lives on in places like this, in the very air we breathe, and perhaps within each of us.